Now, India is the fastest growing major economy in the world, but it did slow a little in the last quarter. So that's 7% compared to 7.4% in the previous quarter. Still, that's higher than most analysts had expected. They thought the country's demonetization drive would slow growth down to around 6.4%. Well, dealing with black money's been a chaotic process after all. But India's Federal Statistics Office says the move did actually have little impact. Well, we have Professor Arun Kumar now on the line from Gurgaon in the north of India. Professor, thanks for joining us. I want to get into the GDP figures. Were you happily surprised, or is that what you were expecting?
No, I didn't expect this. And actually, I am very skeptical of this kind of growth that the government is putting out. It is trying to justify that demonetization did not affect the economy by putting out such a high growth rate. The methodology they have used is actually doubtful because India has a very large unorganized sector which constitutes 45% of GDP and 94% of the employment. The data comes from the organized sector. So in the usual times when the organized sector and the unorganized sector are going together, this kind of methodology is okay. But now that we know that the unorganized sector was hit very badly after November 8, the organized sector data does not represent the unorganized sector data at all.
So there's a disconnect between the part of the economy that would have been most hard hit by demonetization and the regular economy that we can see the official data from.
Correct. So therefore, in a sense, the data from the unorganized sector is suggesting that the rate of growth of the economy should be close to zero or negative in this period after November 8th. Rather than 7% as the government says. And for the year as a whole, the rate of growth probably will therefore be close to zero rather than 7%.
Well, that's a considerable shock to the economy then.
Yes, the economy has had a big shock, and even agriculture, where the government is projecting a 7% rate of growth, that also is methodologically incorrect because 7% is the increase in the acreage in the coming Rabi crop. But that does not mean that the productivity has not been hit by demonetization. So because of the hit in productivity, the rate of growth would be less than the 7% that the government is projecting.
Do you think Modi was wrong to take out some of those big notes from India, or did he just go about it in the wrong way?
Well, you see, taking out the big notes only affects 1% of the black economy's wealth and not the 99% that is in different forms. So the mistake was that to assume that cash means black. Cash is only a very tiny percent of the total black wealth, and it does not stop the black income generation process at all. So I think the error was in the formulation of the problem itself.
Okay, Professor Arun Kumar, thank you very much for your analysis tonight from India.